Katana number 9, written by Ann Nocenti, art by Chris Cross and Cliff Richards. So last issue, a lot of stuff happened, but the big thing is Katana was told that she needs to kill Mona Shard, who is a ghost from her sword, who is possibly going to be with the Dagger Clan. This issue opens with a full-page spread of a super close-up of Shun's decapitated foot. And they're just basically saying, like, yes, it has a tattoo that says the prophecy that the Daggers clan will take over the world, but they're all drinkers and gamblers, and they're not, like, that smart. But I'm here on their boat, says Katana, and I'm going to attack Mona Shard, wherever she may be. So we see Mona is up top, and she is in the body of this young girl, and is using it to kill the head of the Dagger Clan and basically take his place and say, hey, I'm now your leader, listen to whatever I have to say. And the little girl's soul inside of the body is also fighting to get out. So the Dagger Clan says, hey, we typically use some like skulls and bones and stuff to contain spirits. And she's like, well, dress me up, let's do it. So Katana finally gets topside on the boat and says, hey, I'm looking for Mona Shard. And Daggers are like, we don't know what you're talking about. And then the little girl's like, help me, they're going to attack me. And she's like, attacking a child, you Daggers are so horrible. So they start to fight, but then it's revealed the little girl's, of course, not the little girl, gets a drop attack on Katana, saying, haha, I am Mona Shard, and my dagger is made of a shard from your sword back when it broke. Remember that? And Katana's like, okay, well, this was too much for me, and you're in a little girl's body, and I'm not about to kill a little girl, so I'm out. And she just dives over the edge of the boat. And Katana then, like, starts making her way towards the coast, being like, I know it was my task to kill Mona Shard, but if she is a little girl, I cannot do that. And then she, like, passes out in the riverbed. So when she comes to, apparently Sickle has brought her home, changed her clothes, patched up her wounds, and put her to bed. And they basically are saying, like, you don't understand. Like, the reason that I do this is all these, like, it doesn't matter. It's just pretense for them to sleep together. So they get in bed. Tatsu has a dream about, which men should I go with? And she's talking to Swagger and who's the other guy? Junko are both in the dream, and she's getting her like nails done at the same time. And she's like, my husband is boring, but also he doesn't exist because he's a ghost. And then Sickle is a bad boy, and I like that. And nothing is accomplished in this dream. So anyway, she wakes up. She sees Sickle still asleep. She starts peeking around the room. She finds a falcon's like eye guards and an address written down on a desk in plain view. And she's like, well, that's super obviously meant for me, but regardless. And then she hears Sickle waking up, and she jumps back in bed and says, hey, I wasn't looking around. So later that night, she goes to the address that was listed with this Falcon's address, and she says, okay, Sickle says the Sword Clan's on the up and up and is running all the business above the board. But this address I look down in, there's an illegal gambling den, and at the head of it is Coil. And how dare he? He's besmirching the Sword Clan. So she jumps in and says, I've caught you, Coil. And Coil says, everyone, kill her. She's seen too much. So because of where this is taking place, they just start throwing toys at her because they're in like a warehouse of toys. And it doesn't do anything, shockingly enough. But then as she manages to scare them off with like some of her own like swords and stuff, we then see that I think it's Shun. Yeah, it's definitely Shun has found like an illegal firearm place that she is getting a gun at. And then she has made her way to the place. She followed Katana more or less, made her way to the same place, and says, there's Coil, I'ma shoot him in the head. She pulls the trigger. One of his goons pushes him out of the way and like blows his brains out. And then she's like, oh, now I have an even better idea. Rather than kill them, I'm going to maim them like they maimed me. And that's it for her. That's all we're doing with her. So then we cut over to Last issue, a sumo wrestler got possessed by one of the ghosts. We see that the sumo wrestler is just eating a lot. And then he's like, boy, it sure is hard possessing the sumo wrestler's body because all I want to do is eat and sleep. And then there's a mouse that's like trying to eat his rice and he catches it in a bowl. And then we're done with that. So then we go back to the Katana fight. And we see on one of the shelves that Katana is fighting in front of, super obviously, Mona is just standing there, like posing like she's a toy. And then she launches out his katana and says, aha, the Dagger Clan is here as well. Daggers, kill her. So then Katana says, Sword Clan. Regardless of whether or not you're doing illegal things that besmirch the Sword Clan's name, fight against the Dagger Clan. Come on, all of us together. And then we see Mona's like inner child is trying to burst its way out again. So either way, the swords fight against the daggers. It goes on for a little bit. And then it comes down to Katana versus Mona. And Mona's like, I know you're not going to kill this small child's body. Also, she tries doing the posing as a toy thing again. And Katana calls her out of like, that worked one time. It won't work again. And I'm like, it shouldn't have worked one time, Katana. But regardless, he says, I know that you're not going to kill this little girl's body. So you don't have it in you. You have morals. You have codes. I don't have anything like that. So had at ye. And she leaps down to Katana, and it ends on a cliffhanger of, is Katana really going to run a sword through this innocent little girl? Couldn't care less. Yeah, it's I'll be honest, at least this issue felt focused for the most part. Yes, we cut to that weird-ass Shun subplot and then that sumo wrestler thing, but like, even then, I don't feel like I understand. Like, the whole point of this is Tatsu needs to join the Sword Clan, and in order to take the rightful place at the head, she needs to kill Mona. But, like, none of that is brought up. And she's already leading the Sword Clan from a perspective of she's giving them commands and they're following orders. So, like, what are we doing? I'm lost with whatever the aim of this book has been. And then we brought back that falcon headdress thing, considering you had a character that was based around falcons, like, and he doesn't even show up. Maybe he's supposed to be Sickle. I don't know. I'm lost entirely. I don't understand what the aim of this is anymore. So I'm going to say this is like a 4. And that's only because I managed to get the bare essentials of what was happening in each page. Sometimes that's not as easy as it sounds. So yeah, this is a 4. And I begrudgingly say I look forward to the next issue, if only because it is the final issue.